So I found out something helpful and interesting. I don't know how I managed it before on this Google Pixel 9a with Android 16 and my Bluetooth headphones. I don't know, Anchor, Soundcore, Pro, whatever. The issue remains the same. I think iPhone is also facing the same issue in regards to one or multiple audio devices and multiple outputs and multiple inputs. I think there's only one input source allowed, like always, you know. Maybe multiple outputs to a certain degree, but not multiple inputs. And first, I was sifting through the channels, you know, getting blocked, getting kicked, and banning and blocking and muting everyone myself. This is part of the normal, healthy community process, you know. Either you get kicked or you kick, or you ban or you mute, you know. But the interesting part about this is, at first I was able to run the Discord Android app simultaneously to having the Brave browser open in desktop mode to, how should I put this? Discord in its infinite wisdom doesn't allow you, when you get kicked or muted or banned or blocked, for whatever reason, you know, the reasons are saying nothing, saying anything, saying hello, saying whatever, or saying nothing, like I said before. And especially it was like quite nice. I brought up the subject of AI data centers, you know, and like, dude, you're killing the vibe, because I asked something, I didn't get any answer. And instead of improving stuff, you know, people tend to I can't be the issue because I created the room, therefore I'm perfect, therefore I block these. It doesn't matter, you know, it's time to move on. This kind of helps you in regards to regrowing thicker skin, so to say, you know. It makes you more aware in general. Also, by the way, fun fact, people do clip and record each other non-stop, you know. From a data privacy, I think you could sue like every user in this channel. I'm not every, maybe 50, 60, 70%, but quite a high number, you know, data privacy concerns. Because as an American, this is like normal that you get, it's quite funny when you look at it, you know. Americans like, oh no, China is spying on us. But if US spies on US citizens, it's all good in the neighborhood. But yeah, it's quite funny. I think the Americans are in some degree more Chinese than the Chinese. I digress here, okay? The problem remains, and like data privacy issues, people record you, people snap you, people like clip you, people whatever, you know, all the shit. Especially try to tell an American person about data privacy in Europe. I mean, they start losing their shit. Either they insult you, or they block you, or they get angry, or a mixture of both, you know. So there is no healthy discourse happening there on this side, but also yeah, all of this happening. So I found out I was able to since the beautiful Discord app doesn't allow you to block or ban people afterwards, you know. You can only mute or ignore them while you're in the call. Once you're out, you're kind of screwed, you know. You're at their mercy, so to say. So it kind of depends who draws fast, you know, like bam, who shoots first. So there's this. Then I was partially able to do like everything simultaneously, being in the app for the calls, the rooms, but being on the desktop, Brave browser sort of desktop view, to block the people who block me, so I can avoid them for the future, you know. And they also lock up the room. But then for whatever magic reason, it kind of forced me on the Brave browser desktop side of Discord, like open the app, open the app, open the app. Therefore I had to deinstall the app. And the funny thing is also, then I tried to, how should I put this? Yeah, I tried to do this in desktop view, but also normal browser view, smartphone browser view, in regards to the blocking, but also if I stay in the call. But when I'm in the normal app view, the mobile view, I cannot join a call anymore. I don't know if this is because I have my Brave browsers set up so hard, or what this is, or JavaScript in general, or I don't know. But yeah, this was like the issue here. Then I switched to a desktop view, and I also, by the way, fun fact, since this is like a large community, like a very large community, I chose the profile picture of a man with Afro-American descent. For what reason? I'm not like black maxing or pretending that I'm someone else, you know, but I use this as a filter because the people throw the N-word around quite a lot, and by using this profile picture of an Afro-American descendant and getting insulted, I know immediately I have to block this person, I have to mute this person, I have to block and mute those people and these groups. As the, let's put it like this, if this were like my real profile picture, some racist memes are funny to a certain degree, but I feel like, how should I put this? They're losing the plot, man. This is the same thing with 4chan, you know. Her there, I'm pretending to be retarded. Oh, look at this guy, he's a retard. Haha. You know, little did they know, she was just merely pretending. You know, oh no, her there, I'm a retard. Sorry, I told the joke wrong, but the audio equivalent of 4chan, you know. Basically, every major internet community is like, haha, let's just be racist and sexist and homophobic and like, let's constantly do this because this is funny. Oh wait, this is my persona now. I hate these people because yeah, because they are bad. And also someone told me the Jews are behind everything, so this must be true because someone told me so. Like, yeah, and they glorify Hitler, so this must be also right because have you seen these cool montages? You know, like he is glorified and portrayed like a hero, and therefore it must be good. A piece of media told me what to think, and I have to apply this to my own worldview, and it should never digress. And especially if it ever digresses, I have to get very angry and mad about this, and I have to let everyone know. Also, I have to think about race constantly. This is very important to me, how one looks or talks, or how the person thinks, or what the person believes in. It is every healthy discussion starts with what kind of race are you? And I think I can smell you through your skin. This is very helpful, you know, and insulting people constantly, and like self-adopted Tourette, you know, like haha, I throw around these insults constantly, blatantly, you know, to a point of numbness where everyone distances, everyone, you know, reaches distance in regards to me, and I have now friends and family, and I wonder how this could have happened, even though I'm just trying to be an edgelord and I don't have an opinion of my own. But someone made like this cool Hitler edit, and therefore it's okay, because this Hitler edit is like quite cool. Look at the Hyperborea colors and the whatever, you know. It must be true because it's a cool video effect, and a cool video effect is proof enough that this explains that yeah, Hitler was not so bad, and this is very helpful, and this is logical because someone told me so, and therefore I have to copy paste this worldview. And confirmation bias. I will find other people who tell me, yeah, Jewish people are behind everything, and this is right because someone else told me this. You know, it's weird. Even though I'm fueling the echo chamber, the echo chamber gets bigger, and it has to be right because otherwise, it just has to be, you know. And this is healthy for discussion in general. And yeah, I digress. I wanted to start with the tech stuff, less with the drama stuff, but I thought I digressed. But this is basically how I'd say 95% of the communities are out there, like constantly. And some people, even let's say, you know, I didn't even ask for that much. Let's say you are a racist piece of shit and whatnot, and like you're I don't know, the Jews are behind everything and whatnot. Let's. For a second here, you know, let's put all of this aside. Do you have to tell this everyone 24/7? Could you not just shut the fuck up about it? Why do you have to be especially also super obnoxious about this? I mean, I also see this on the left side, don't get me wrong, you know. Both sides highly toxic, like inclusivity, blah, 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 open borders, you know, no one is illegal and whatnot. Yeah. Like, Never nuance, you know. I had this also before, you know. Just maximum. Push your agenda to the max. Never think about others. If you start thinking about others or different perspectives, or why one would have a different viewpoint, you know, don't do this, you know. Now you have to double down, you know. If something doesn't work, double down. Ram your head against the wall until you get unconscious. It is the right way, you know. Your head first against the wall, you know, until you go unconscious, or you have major brain damage. And yeah, I still digress. The technical point of view nonetheless remains. I can finally block people, I can finally mute people, and this is quite nice. But it's amazing to see that this feature, you know, Discord has been around the block, I think, for like 10 or 11 years. And yeah, funny to see this stuff, but also the technical stuff in regards to whatnot, you know. And because this, what I told you, you know, this I experience on a constant basis. Sometimes you feel you meet like cool people, and everything's chill, and you go your separate ways sooner or later. Doesn't matter. But this is like 5%. Finding those gold nuggets, you know. This is like, I'm training my sort of self to spot this also. You know, if I hear someone hear the N-word, like maybe I do like three times maybe. But this is like also gracious, you know. There's other people who say I don't give a friggin', you know. And there's also the fact that, what is it with, how should I put this, feeding the troll. You know, if this is not occurring, then someone does something like, oh, guys, look at how retarded I am. And yeah, everyone just chimes in, okay, this person is retarded. Stop being retarded. I will mute you otherwise. And this is like an empty threat, because everyone says like, okay, I will now really do it. They don't do it, you know. They indulge the person doing the bad behavior. And after 30 minutes, I'm about to, you know, I'm really going to mute you, because if you don't stop, and people also get very hostile, you know. If I say someone annoying, you know, it's also, I caught some flack. 10 people, one person is annoying. I'm just asking, is someone here or something? The downside, I gotta be honest, because of muting and blocking everyone, the downside is also the rooms get empty, but there is a piece of quiet, you know. And this is a sort of upside, and you can't have both. You cannot have, even if some people are chill to talk, sometimes they think you're the annoying factor because your profile picture looks creepy. Therefore you might play ear rape, therefore we have to ban or block you. Or some other person feeling like, yo dude, what is this guy talking about? Like I have like half brain cell left of playing games. This also happens, especially everyone is like, ironically, the sense of community is a little bit lost, as everyone is kind of busy playing, okay? And they play games, and they focus on the games, and then they chat that they play games, and the games where they chat about the games. And then if someone enters, kick, mute, okay? And so no one enters, and they block and close and everything, and like, they just think about this. They just joined the community to sort of pride themselves with, look at us, we are being social. By excluding you, you know, we are the upper class. We have decided to let you in on our little secret, how important we are, you know. We share our sense of community, our closed garden, our upper elite, you know, VIP club. And this is temporarily somewhat almost open for you to look and explore. But don't get too close, stinking peasant, as we try to avoid thine a lower tier or class, you know. And the king has shall he obeyeth or ordered so that your lower peasants should stay away from us rather mighty and gracious beings, you know. What is it, presenting our presence to our current folk, and those lower peasants with their orders, you know, their stinking presence should please stay away from us. Something like this. I don't know. I mixed a couple of accents, but you get the idea. And that's why this is quite a helpful tool. Highly recommended. In regards to just Brave, desktop, whatever, web view. You can also set up the settings in regards to the zoom. Do you want 5000% zoom, or do you want like 10% zoom? And this is like a standard setting. So for I don't know if it's for the desktop view, but it is for the app view. And if you consider all these facts, I think it's quite beneficial that you see this, how to use this in a proper manner, since no one explains you the etiquette on how to use these tools. I think this is a good starting point, you know. If you think about so what is Discord, what is online community, what does this mean, the ups and downs with such communities, you know. But especially I also try to find some sort of statistics in regards to quite, how should I put this, a couple of years ago there were like only a few nerdy people playing stuff, but how should I put this, I never thought I'd heard or see this, but I hear a lot of clicking, a lot of console games, and a lot of computers, and of course all of them from Windows 11 to Windows 11, you know. And yeah, sometimes I subtly hinge to, you know, I'm just telling you there's Linux out there, or we can do like a fresh Windows 11 install if you're interested. But most people, like, personally get aggravated, like the one case where I told this guy, what was it, graphics and whatnot. No, the game is CPU focused, so there's no graphics involved. And they got also mad and angry and blocked and kicked me, you know, because if someone tells you red is blue, some people lose their shit, you know. This is like total meltdown. And while they can pull off this stuff online, I think they have a hard time finding out in reality that the world doesn't revolve around them. Because think about this, it would be quite funny. I always thought about this, not just like some sort of saying like the world doesn't revolve around you, but think about this, like, could you even lay down, the moment you lay down the world revolves around you? This is highly unpractical. But then also think about this, if 8 billion people sort of like lay down or stand or jump, or sit, and the world revolves around them, does the world split up into 8 billion spheres? This is like the shit I'm thinking about like all the time. You look at the view, and I think this helps you in regards to what I want to tell you. So maybe let me know if you think this also helps you in some sort of way or not.